Welcome to another video. I'm Rusty CG, and today we're gonna go over a new Meta Monday focused on GDO 3 and how you're gonna plan for your NTC4 Newtype challenge. And for those who are guessing what deck's gonna be playing at the National, we've been prepping for the past 2 weeks on how we're gonna plan with Kenny, because I'll be going to Bandai Fest for trying to get into LCQ. I'm still on waitlist, so let's hope that I get into the waitlist, but the chances are very low and potentially gonna play another game instead. But I'm helping Kenny to prep for his national, and we've been testing through a lot of decks for the past 3 weeks. And today we're just gonna go over all the deck that I believe that can be top tier and that potentially you're gonna see them at the National this weekend, and also help you plan for your Newtype challenge. Please subscribe, like this video, and give your feedback on what you think about the current meta below. A lot of you guys want some coaching for Gundam. I'm actually building my meta file right now. I will have a free tier for you guys, so all you guys can have access to videos like what should I mulligan, should I go first or second, also how to build a deck. So all of those content will be exclusive on MetaFi, so make sure that you guys check it out. Hope you guys gonna subscribe to the free tier list. You guys can register to the free tier list. Over here, we're gonna just go in directly into my tier list. We're gonna start with the most anticipated deck, which is the Blue Perp. I feel the Blue Perp, it's the new replacement for the blue-green aggro, the one-year war. So for sure, this deck, it's busted. Like, it's one of the most aggressive deck in the format right now in the meta. Because that one allows you to gain so much value from pinging your opponent units, going aggressive, draw with Barbados, first form, and after that with Adapt, which is changing the whole deck. Adapt is potentially replacing Angsha. I would play for Gundam, for Angsha, for Adapt. I truly believe adding extra ping, it's very dangerous because it allows you to finish off and also let your opponent think twice before blocking a unit, because our meta gonna be, I truly believe that the meta will be about 50% blocker deck. So you'll be having green-white, wing zero blockers, blue-white blockers, red-white blockers, seed blockers. Like, you're gonna have so many variant of blockers just depending on what's your favorite deck. I feel this meta will have a lot of variety of decks, so you play whatever you think that you would enjoy playing. As long as you understand what your local meta is, you will manage to be able to win with those decks. Like, a lot of people have been hating on blockers. It's just that, so if you're not playing aggro, you most likely need to defend yourself. It's like if you're going to war without a bulletproof jacket. So that's my theory. So you guys, if you guys are hating on aggro, then if you guys want to go play a deck without blockers, go ahead. But you might lose 80% of the time against any aggro deck because they're gonna put so much pressure. If you don't have removal and you don't have blockers, you're most likely gonna lose your game. You choose you, but that's what I believe. So the next deck would be the OG blue-green aggro. I still believe that this is a very strong deck, but it's not an S tier deck anymore. So I'll put that as a A tier. I truly believe it's amazing deck. So I need to try more with it, but I'm debating that maybe the blue-green one-year war will still be able to contest against the new Blue Perp with Adapt. And we're gonna try more testing against that deck to see which one is the best deck. Blue-green when your is still a very consistent deck. The next most anticipated deck. So I might jump back forth from this list over here. So you will see that I will jump from the first line back to the bottom line based on the most popular deck. So the next one will be Dio. I truly believe this is an insane deck, but extremely boring to play. So I'll be releasing my gameplay that I went 3-0 last week at my local with my version of the blue-white Dio Titan Dripitrus. It's very good. Like, you're able to block, defend yourself all the way to turn 6, drop Masala, and after that, you set up your board and you drop Dio, and most likely you won the game if you're able to set up correctly. But it's extremely rough. You just need to plan it ahead, like 2-3 turns ahead of time. So I feel this is a a tier S deck. Like most people, like a lot of people who doesn't play Wing Zero or hates aggro, they're most likely gonna play DO, and it's just a very boring deck. Big shout out to David. He just released a recent video with high production quality. Like props to him. The video is amazing. And he did an aggro, mid-range aggro version of the DO. I give it a test. Like I will give my opinion later on, but there's a lot of potential to the deck that he made. So it's a different version. It's slightly like a mono blue-ish deck. I think that deck, it's quite good. So go check out his video on my description below, and go subscribe to his channel. The next deck will be the most hated deck, but I believe it's the best deck in the meta right now, the green-white Wing Zero. It's a tier S for sure. Like there's nothing that can beat the new version of this deck. You have Peace Million allowing you to heal for all your G team units, your operating meteor units, too, whenever they kill a unit, and that's just like a crazy upgrade. And after that, you have Ultron that allows you to replace Death Sight and playing Ultron against any white deck. Any deck that has blocker, you can ping it for 5. You can technically blow up any blockers. You can blow up an L Strike. Green-white is the most consistent deck in the format right now. So if you're able to survive till turn 5, will potentially win any matchups if you have the right cards for it. Because when you drop Wing Zero, it's over. You drop Wing, after that, follow up with Ultron or a Wing Zero, depending on your matchup. It's just GG. Like it's so strong, and according to me, those are the top 3 S tier deck. And the following next will be the Orlando Weenies aggro, and that one I still believe it's still one of the best aggro deck. I need to update it. I didn't make any update to this deck yet, but I will try to work on it, and I will put that as a tier A. And after that, we will have the mid-range, late-game blue perp with the Gundam Barbados Lupus. This one, it's actually good. My friend, the professor, aka Bradley, he's a big fan of IBO, and he's trying to make it work. He has the deck fully blinged out, highest rarity with everything in AA, and I can't wait to test against him for his deck against a Wing Zero, DO, or the blue perp, the aggro version of the blue perp, which is like more like a mid-range. So right now we're currently in the mid-range meta and slightly splashing with some aggro. So we'll see how does the meta go, but I think that deck has a lot of potential. We need to test it out. We need to put more tweaking into the deck. For the moment, I'll put it as a B tier deck. It's actually a good deck. You will most likely struggle in the meta heavy aggros and Wing Zero deck, so it'll fit into the B tier. Another very cool deck that Penchi, aka Kenny, he cooked a very, very good G-Fred, G-Quox deck with blockers. I've been testing with this deck for the past weekend, and I have a very good result with it. I might need to fix the ratio and see how these decks work and how we can max out the ratio of the pilots, because G-Fred, you need pilot in the grave, so you need to make sure that you have an early pilot that dies in order to drop G-Fred on turn 6 and be able to pop some units with exiling 1 pilot. And you have the blue-pink version of this deck, which is also, I believe, it would be a B tier deck. I like it, but it also dies to aggro. So I still need to tweak it to make it more aggressive, making sure to have some removal, early removal, to try to wipe the board so you can go into your Kasatria, follow with your G-Fred, and after that, finishing it off with a Sinanju or something like that. So there's a lot of potential with this deck, but so far I will put B tier, but eventually it will bump to A tier if we're able to make it go through all of those stuff. Red-white seed blocker and blue-white blocker, freedom blocker would be, I believe, potentially like a B tier deck, because they're very good, but they're missing that extra push compared to DO or any other blue deck or red deck that allow you to ping stuff, removal. So you have it's more like a toolbox, the other decks. But this one, you just like, you're just blocked for your life. And after that, you just make sure that you stabilize everything, and you might just go in overtime and until whoever be able to win the game. So those are very like boring deck. Maybe the red white might be more in a higher tier deck, but so far I just feel that other deck has more gas, has more drawing power, and they have more options to get out of aggros beside blocking. So the more option you have, the better it is. But consistency for sure. Any blue white or red white deck with good amount of blockers and control or very consistent, but you might just lose to bigger units. Like for example, someone drop you a wing Gundam on the board and they follow up with a wing 0. That's very hard to deal with. So I believe that they will be a B tier at the moment. And the new blue green, I believe that this one is more like a mid-range version of the one you wore, because you're playing with NT1. So you try to go aggro and a little bit of control by, like, let's say turn 3 to turn 6, trying to ping your stuff, get control of the board. It's like a tempo deck. So that one I will put it as like a B tier. And it's quite good. It's not bad, but I didn't test much about that deck yet. So I truly believe that it will be a B tier deck. You'll be able to win with it, but it's not like a consistent deck that you'll be continuously be able to win with it. So if you want to know what about this deck, it's more like one year war, but splashing with some mid-range stuff that drag the game a little bit longer and be able to more a control tempo deck. Both of the Zaf deck that I tried, they're good, but you always run out of gas by turn 5. So it's extremely hard to kind of like maneuver this deck. I would put it as a C tier. There's not enough pieces to make this deck amazing. So it's still missing some pieces for GDO4 and GDO5 when the Seed and Anniversary deck gonna come out. Then we're gonna see more push for Zaf and Seed cards. We're gonna wait a little bit. We have more option, like a blue version Kira, a blue version of Freedom, or yellow, I believe. Maybe they're releasing a new color, so I'm not certain about that. So I think that it will be a C tier deck. And the next one will be Psycho Gundam. Like, as much as you guys know that Psycho Gundam was the deck that allowed me to win 2 Newtype challenge on the season 3, and I truly believe this deck is very good, but we need more testing to try to test it out to make sure that it can beat Wing 0. Because for the new addition, I can maybe potentially put Earth Federation with Psycho, or like a ramping type of deck into Penelope. I'm not sure, but all 3 of those decks, Psycho, Penelope, and potentially Titans, we're gonna see about that. But so far, they're not good enough. Those decks are lacking in power, juice, and it's hard for you to push when you open it, have so much removal and controlling your board. For example, someone drop an L strike on you, bouncing everything. Like, you're running out of gas and you're running out of resources until you're able to draw with Psycho or with Penelope. So all 3 of those decks will be a B tier deck, but I'm very confident that those decks can beat the meta at the moment. I see a lot of Xeon G-Fred deck, and I truly believe that deck is extremely dangerous. I'm not even surprised that someone gonna cook something for Nats and be able to pull it off with a G-Quox green red Xeon. So I'm quite pumped for that deck. So I'll put it as a tier A. I see in Japan list a lot of them. A couple of them won some locals, and I'm pretty sure they won one of the Newtype challenge with a G-Quox. I would try to cook my version of it and make it happen. Mafty, it's just horrible. Like, I tried it. It's not working. Like, a red-blue as a whole. I'm gonna give it another try with Mafty and white. But so far, the Mafty and the white version, it's just bad. So I'll put the Mafty red blue ping has a D tier also, because I just don't feel that the deck is good enough compared to the Kshatriya Unicorn ping deck. So it will just be there. Talking about blue red ping deck. I'll put it as a B tier also because it's a very good deck, but it's just bricky, very bricky. And if you don't have the right pilot with the right unit, you're most likely lost because you're stuck with pilots, heavy cost pilot in the hand that you cannot even use, and you're gonna mislink them, and you need to be extremely patient. So I will put it as a B tier. CB will be a D tier because if you run into like another aggro deck, you're mostly gonna get screwed. Like it's so hard to get out of that situation. And I think that the deck is still missing pieces. Same thing has the OG clan in GDO 2 when the STO 05 and STO 6 came out. The clan deck was struggling a lot in the current meta. So the CB is the same thing. We need a little bit more gas, more juice. Over here I have a green-white CB or purple-white CB. I will put it in the same deck. It will be a D tier, but there's a potential with that one. I didn't get a chance to test it, but I feel that the deck might work. And vultures, it will be a D tier deck. It's just not working at the moment. We need more supports for that. And the green purple that I made maybe a few months ago, I think that deck has potential. I tested again, and in the current meta, it could be spicy a little bit, but so far it'll be a B tier deck. Gjallarhorn, it's just horrible. I'll put it as a D tier because the cards are just not good enough. Maybe in the near future we're gonna have some upgrades to that deck. The typical blue-white aggro, I think it's good, but it's not good enough. Some people in Japan also was able to win some NTC or local with it. So it's almost the same deck as the one that I won my NTC back in Newtype Challenge Mission 1, but they just kind of like upgraded a little bit, make it more to the current meta. But for me, it's a C tier deck because you just need more power to it, more gas to it. I think Epion is like a weaker version of Penelope or Dio, so I will put it as a C tier. I don't think that so far there's enough value with Epion putting a big 7/7 unit on the board, but they're gonna die like the following turns or next turn. Like you need to attack swing in order to destroy another unit in order to untap again. So I just feel that that's just like too much conditions. I think Penelope is better. You can go straight for life, hit and draw. So I feel Penelope is better than Epion. And you have the classic red-white Sinanju. I'll put it as a B tier with the Cubili. No, Cubili will be a C tier because I feel Cubili just missed the mark. G-Fred is so much better than Cubili because G-Fred keep having suppression the whole game, and versus Cubili that it's the moment that you link or you pair it. So the next turn, if someone block it this turn and the next turn you don't get to swing on this turn, next turn you lose the suppression. So it's just G-Fred is just a better version of a Cubili and allowing you to ping the whole board. It's like an all range. So I truly believe that Cubili is kind of mid, and I saw a lot of people splashing Aerial Rebuild in a lot of decks. So I feel that Aerial Rebuild can have a lot of potential in the current meta. So I would put it as a B tier. I truly believe that if you can splash Suleta Aerial inside, it could be quite dangerous getting that extra resources up, especially if you're playing, let's say, blue-red or blue-white and you have Unforeseen. You can have Close Combat, you can have Battle of Ace, you can have All Range, Human Karma, like all those stuff are like insane. So you just need to pick if you're gonna play red, blue, or white. So you need to mix all those colors together. So potentially Aerial Rebuild is actually dangerous with Suleta. And over here I have the Unicorn. So I see a lot of people bringing back Unicorn. I can still try it. I want to see if I can do, like, let's say big board Unicorn, repairing with Dio, mixing with maybe like the early Unicorn package that you can bounce back your unit for the late game for the big finisher, the big Unicorn. So let's see how it goes, and thank you for watching. I'll be doing the giveaway. Like, I've been so busy, I wasn't not able to do the next giveaway, but I will try to give my giveaway as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and comment below what type of video you would like to watch. I read almost all of your comments and I make sure to try to release video that you guys ask for. It's just hard for me to release a video that I did not test the deck, so I need to make sure that I put the time in to test the deck before releasing the videos. And thank you for watching. On to the next one.